It has been in the upper 90s here in Tennessee, and it's unusual for this time of year. These are record high temperatures, but that doesn't mean that we have to give up our sense of personal style or comfort for these hot temperatures. Dressing for the summer can be really challenging for so many different reasons. If you're headed to an office, if you're headed to different meetings or client meetings or things like that, not all of us want to show our skin in summer, so an outfit like this is really important. I just recently thrifted both of these pieces. These are a early 2000s Banana Republic linen trouser with some very deep pockets and a back pocket, a little waist tie belt. Something like this you could probably find at J. Crew or even Banana Republic to this day. But what I really love about these pants is the dark color. Although you would think dark for summer wouldn't work, something dark like this is actually perfect because it's gonna cover up sweat. You can wear comfortable underwear. If you have, kids, that's not gonna stain. This is like a very wearable, fluid pant. And if you don't like this more relaxed fit, you can do something that's more tailored. And something that you wanna focus on when you're trying to find the right pair of pants for you is, how do you like your pants to lay? Do you like the front pleat? Does that add too much volume here? Or do you like a flat front? It's sort of more of like a military style flat front trouser. Do you need belt loops? Do you need more accessorizing options to make these pants work for you? Do you want them to be fuller length, or do you want them to be kind of cropped like this so that you can kind of flow free? Okay, those are some good things to think about. I'm wearing, this is also a thrifted top. This is from Tommy Bahama. It is 100% Irish linen. It's in a nice beige color, which I think really lends, some credibility to the look. So it's still quite polished, very professional, but it is super simple and easy to wear. And so here's how I'm gonna elevate this look. The first thing that you really cannot skimp on when it's super hot outside is accessorizing. And I'm on the fence about this because rings in summer can be still very uncomfortable, so you make the call what works best for you. But I personally tend to find like a power ring really makes me feel confident and put together. I'm typically always pulling a ring or a pair of earrings, sometimes a necklace. You've seen me wear like my large pendant necklace, so necklaces could be a great way to accessorize, and making sure that you have the right jewelry and accessories to pull a whole look together is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you, I promise. So let me grab my favorite pair of earrings to put with this. Following along with the accessories, I love having architectural jewelry pieces in my capsule wardrobe. So these are a thrifted sterling silver teardrop earring, which I think look a lot like Lee Studios. You can also find pieces like this on the high street today. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on pieces like this, but you certainly can if you want to. So I'm just gonna pop these in. Jewelry is one of those things that's very personal, and you have to make the best choice that you can for your wardrobe. I think having a smaller collection of jewelry has served me well, that I wear, every day, every week. Yeah, you don't have to have like tons and tons of jewelry pieces to make your wardrobe work. I also really love this thrifted cuff. This is a sterling silver bracelet cuff. I love the intensity of this piece. I got this many years ago when I worked at a consignment store, and I love how it closes, and it just adds like some girth, something substantial to this look, I believe. I do need to polish these pieces, but okay, I already feel so much more cool and put together. Now what I want to do is swap out my shoes. Of course you could wear the ballet flats, like these are so cute. I really love the look of these. I wear them all the time, but they do look a little bit like, pajama. So here's how I would elevate it. I love these sandals from Cezanne. They are a couple of seasons old, and I think what makes them work is just this these minimal details. The hardware could be gold or silver, and the square toe is kind of nice, I think. There's a bit of a heel, and the strappiness works really well, so I'm gonna put these on. Oh my gosh, whoa, hold, please hold. All right, okay, love. All right, my feet are not tan because I wear tennis shoes all the time when I'm walking, but aren't these the cutest? I feel like so elevated right now. Okay, a couple different bag options. This is a thrifted handbag I got from ThredUp last year, and it was handmade in Japan. You can get similar bags from Dragon Diffusion or Quinn's. I've even seen items like this on J. Crew and other, again, high street brands. But I love this bag because it has sort of this business look, but a summer feel because of the woven leather. And You don't have to go with something this tiny. If you need a much bigger bag, I have an option for you, but I love that you can just sort of throw this on your shoulder and you're good to go. And we're like so styled, so cool. I think this is so cute. Yeah, I definitely need to tan my feet. If we need a little bit more room in our life, I highly recommend a large bucket bag like this. A leather tote bag in a lighter color would be great. You could even do suede in summer, I think is completely fine. The cool thing about materials like this is they don't add any heat to your body, to your person, but they do add something nice to the overall look that you're trying to convey. And I can fit my laptop in here. I can fit a laptop, a book, a wallet, a beverage, my keys, a little makeup bag, a lot in here, and it's a great sturdy bag. This one is from H Pie. Highly recommend, but there are plenty of other beautiful bags like this on the market. You can always check secondhand too, which I love. Let me show you this look too. Okay, so here's the final styled look. I know it's not that, serious. I know it's not that special, but it's one of those things where you can mix and match these pieces so many different ways. The key that I want you to focus on is looking at fabrics more than anything. So you could think of dressing yourself in very thin layers that mimic the look of something more tailored, but that cover up the body nicely without adding extra heat. Let's say you love the look of a skirt, but you don't feel like you can pull it off because it's maybe too short. Just extend the length. I think I styled a client last week in this beautiful champagne long silk maxi skirt. It was so elegant on her and it was completely cool. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't add a lot of heat to her body. And then you can layer it with different tank tops, with different blouses. Lightweight, airy linen bomber jackets are a great option too. I would heavily focus on adding core pieces into your wardrobe that are silk, linen, and cotton. And I know that that's not groundbreaking advice, but it's advice that's foundational, and there's a reason why it stood the test of time. Avoid linen blends if you can. So linen and cotton is fine. You can really feel a difference in the quality of how the garment wears when a linen is blended with a synthetic fabric. Even like something viscose, I don't recommend. So I also love adding more detail to your tops. So you can do, instead of a button down like this, you could do a wrap blouse would be really cool. Or you could style a silk camisole under this shirt or a muscle tee under this shirt and leave this open. And you could put, instead of having a long linen trouser, you could have a long linen skirt, linen Bermuda shorts that you like to wear if you're a shorts girl. There's so many different ways that you can create these formulas that work for you, but the core thing that I want you to think about when you're shopping is fabric and quality of tailoring. Because when we lack the ability to add lots of layers to our look in the summer, we need the tailoring to be extremely spot on. If you're going through a postpartum transition or you're finding it extremely difficult to get dressed for work while it's this hot outside, then I would love to help you out. I am accepting clients for July and August. Please reach out to me if you would like support in your closet and in your wardrobe. Feel free to DM me, comment, or you can visit my website to book there. I also have a link in my bio. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon.